All right, and we are now live. Hi, I am Kara858, and today we're here for episode 7, season 2, episode 7 of Rivenwood Academy. As always, here at the Cookout, we love to give love and support to different individuals in the community, give shout outs to different channels out there. So perhaps you could take a look at their content and support them on their endeavors. As always, we love to give a huge shout out for is the Bear Pen. The Bear Pen is run by Adrian Bear, who is playing in our Lords of Faerun campaign that comes in on Saturdays. He has a couple of shows out. He has, of course, Blood in the Bayou, where some of us are actually in that campaign. They also have a werewolf campaign that just recently came out. And they have currently they have a one shot that's coming in that's featuring Reed as well as melee damage. And they have I think also a semi miniseries of Vampire the Masquerade going on, I believe in Dallas. So there's a lot of content that you can find under the Bear Pen. So if you can, follow them on their Twitch as well as their YouTube channel, and that is the Bear Pen that ends with the H. And you can support them on their endeavors. Second, we would definitely like to give a huge shout out for is Hunters Entertainment. Hunters Entertainment is a variety TTRPG channel featuring a mixture of both horror as well as sci-fi related content. You'll see well-known individuals such as Markia Bacardi, Michelle Young, Louise from LA by Night. Lisa Pearl was recently on there. Of course, Melee Damage. You'll see quite a few different individuals. And Alex Redeye, who's one of the tech producers for both the Bear Pen as well as Hunters Entertainment, regularly sends out raids for us and supports us and this show. So we always appreciate the support that they give. And so if you can, definitely go ahead and give Hunters Entertainment a follow and support them on their endeavors. And last but certainly not least, we would like to give a new shout out for. Her name is the Brandy Rose. The Brandy Rose is recently a great friend of mine. She's coming in on a couple of new shows that you may see coming in the near future. But she has just been releasing a couple of podcasts where I was featuring on it called E-Crit, Crit Warning, as well as a couple of other podcast shows. She also just recently started her own Twitch, which was at, I believe, Cutie Patootie. She's an incredible individual, a great friend, and she's definitely been taking the TTRPG world by storm, heading over to Utopia, as well as a couple other different channels. So if you can, definitely go ahead and give her content a follow and support her on her endeavors. So with that said, now with the shout outs out the way, we're going to go ahead and switch over to our announcements. Bonds Beyond Time has just came out. The first episode has just recently released on our YouTube channel. So we'll definitely go ahead and take a look at that show. It features Ree as the ST, as well as players such as Aki, myself. You'll see Melee Damage, Super Dylan, Sharif Jackson, Nosferatu Wicked. It's a great show. We put a lot of time and effort to this show. We definitely hope that you enjoy the story, the story that we're telling with it. As well, of course, we have another new show coming out relatively soon called Gods of Color, which features me as the DM and is based upon the cast of If the Cast Were Demigods on the Road to Ascension. You'll see individuals such as Cynthia Marie, Melee Damage. Ari is, of course, a player. We have Glyza, who's for Lords of Faerun. Brandy Rose, a friend of mine, named Super Rave Monster. And like I said, it's just we already have been doing a few shows behind the scenes. We actually had a major guest star appear, which we're definitely excited to show you, and a few more guest stars coming in the near future. So keep an eye out for that. We're definitely super excited about it. And there's a couple of other new shows that will be coming out in the near future that we're definitely looking forward to releasing as we head closer towards next month. So keep an eye out on all the content that we're coming out with. You can follow our Twitter at The Cookout TTRPGs. to be able to discover all of our information regarding our shows, our dice giveaways, and more. And with that said, it's all for the shilling. So we're going to go ahead and bring you our intro video as we head to episode 7 of Rivenwood Academy.
Micah, Ardris, Meaty, Kellen, Otis. Behold the spellbinding abilities of Rivenwood Academy.
There we go. All right, and we are back. And so with that said, Aaron, take it away.
In our last episode, our party has finally left Zolandorn and is in a new nation, the Gorgon Empire. They made their way, with a little bit of treacherous travel, to the capital city of Vabana. Miri put on the performance of a lifetime and got quite a few followers, as well as some free room and board at the Rockbunk Tavern. And then the party noticed a maybe familiar face at the window, a blue dragonborn who was watching, and decided that was enough to give chase. So we ended at the middle of the last session in a darkened alleyway at the very end of a door that had just swung open to reveal Honinko Toraflame, the blue dragonborn from the school, who rather distraughtly looked over at Micah and said, "Awen, you can't be here." And we are going to pick up mid-scene. As you're looking at Honinko, you can see she looks real rough. She looks exhausted, a little bit injured, and just not in a good mental space, I would say. She's standing in the doorway such that, like, you can't, like, really see past her. The room behind her is still darkened as well, so that makes it a little bit difficult to see. And she is looking with a laser-like focus at Micah.
Who's Awen?
What? Are you okay? You look hurt. What?
You can't be here. And she's like looking wildly between all of the party members. She ends up on Kellen and is like, "Listen, if you care about him, you will get him out of here."
Wait, what?
Are you alright? Did you hit your head or something? You seem to have been injured rather severely. How did you arrive here so quickly as well?
You see her head suddenly whips behind her, like to look behind her as if she's heard something, and she kind of crowds forward on like this little stoop so she can close the door behind her. And she turns to you and she's like, I'm fine. Listen, you should not be in this nation. You should not be in this city. You cannot be at this place. Please, I will find you. I will answer whatever questions you have. You gotta go.
Just arrived here a few hours ago and they need to rest. I'm sorry, what exactly is the problem?
Ardris. Honinko. If you mean what you say, we will leave now and you will meet us tomorrow morning at the tavern where you found us before and we will talk.
Yes.
If we do not see you, we will come right back here.
I understand. And from behind her, you're starting to hear like footsteps. You can tell that there's somebody else in there that is moving around. And she looks very panicked as she hears that.
Who's
Someone
that?
moves to leave.
Wait.
I will come for breakfast. It's fine.
Before you go, can I see your hand?
She very like in a way that is like, I will do anything for you to leave, splays both hands out in front of her.
So, Micah, they're going to grab their hands and they're going to use 4 sorcery points as his third eye starts to open, and you start to see these wards of protection starting to appear around Oniko's physique.
There. Well, hopefully that will keep you safer.
She will not meet your eyes. She's looking literally anywhere else. And for my high insight folks, which are a couple of you, she looks very close to tears.
I'm first to depart, and Argus will snap his fingers and use minor illusion to create a wall between the group and him and go.
Be
You
safe.
know that you did that.
Be safe.
Her hands are currently sticking, I guess, in the wall. She kind of pulls them back. Just like, no, seriously, like, now, please. And you can hear someone from inside now yelling Honeyco's name. It's like a deep, more masculine voice. That's really kind of all you can get through a door. But she's, again, looks quite panicked at this and is like, I have to go. You have to go. You have to go. Promise me.
Promise.
And she opens the door, and she does it in such a way, I don't know with minor illusion just how much of your vision is blocked of what she's doing. Ardris?
I would say if you know it's an illusion, it probably doesn't.
That's true. So at the very least, you probably can see through it. So you can see as she opens the door, she opens it just enough. She can kind of wedge herself through and close it behind her, having the least amount of like being able to see through from either direction.
I
Go.
go. Yeah.
So, Micah definitely keeps their eyes staring at the door, but they follow suit mechanically in a way, like looking at the door, but like their legs taking them to wherever the direction the rest of the group is heading off to.
Who would you say is last in our little party to leave?
Otis is not leaving yet.
Okay. Otis, as you hang back a little bit from the rest of the party leaving, you are able to hear there is some sort of, I mean, it sounds maybe angry or confrontational or, it sounds like raised voices. You know, like when you're hearing another language, you can sometimes have a lot of difficulty picking up the emotions because to me, at least, a lot of languages can sound angry because I don't know what's going on and my confusion becomes kind of anger in my own head. It's kind of like that where it's loud voices. Your brain says that must be angry because you're not sure what's being said. But it is, there's some sort of loud conversation happening on the other side of the door.
And this is in a language Otis does not understand.
Do you speak Draconic?
No, Otis does not.
You do not understand what is being said.
Is there a crack in the door?
There's not.
Curses. Oh yeah, Otis doesn't know the city too well, and he wouldn't have gotten a good look because he was in a hurry on the way there. So he'll slowly walk away.
I was going to say, as you look behind you, your party is about to exit this alley and you will be the only person here.
He'll follow them.
You duck out. Again, this alley was particularly dark because there were kind of like some like overhanging like tarps and stuff. So as you step out, it is the night, but the streets themselves are well lit with all of these lanterns, magical and otherwise. And it is like a pretty beautiful night in terms of like starlight and moonlight as well. So you can see pretty well.
Real super fast, super clear. So we established something in canon now. Kellen will take as many minutes as it takes at this corner to, on a piece of his parchment, draw a map of the current very specific area that we're in, any landmarks that would identify how you get to this area, and exactly however many doors or whatever he needs to know to get right back to where they just left.
Awesome. You, no, you got key in mind. You have a good map from the Rockmonk Tavern to this specific door.
Good.
Otis is actually going to try and get Kellen's attention.
Oh, what's up, Otis?
He goes, whatever was going on in there, I don't like it.
Me either. But it seemed like they at least believed that it was their business. Maybe things have changed a lot since the first semester at the academy. Maybe if they truly show up tomorrow, we'll learn more. If not, I can promise you we'll be going back.
All I know is what's going on there better not be what's going on there. They're going to have to meet Nazareth.
What do you mean? He looks genuinely confused.
I don't want her going through what I went through.
Nazareth on your shoulder kind of hops up a little bit. It's like, what I went through.
Yeah, she went through it too, I guess. She definitely saw it.
I saw it.
Well, I'm all for putting the pressure on, but we seem to be at a heavy disadvantage when it comes to forcing that confrontation, given that we're in a strange city in a foreign territory.
Well, you're smart, so I'm going to trust you.
Let's see what we learn tomorrow. We can afford to be patient. We know exactly where they seem to live, right? I mean, it did seem like they lived there, right?
You saw them enter and exit a door. I'm not sure how much more information you got off of that.
Was Honinko wearing
we went
traveler's gear or laid back kind of gear?
That's fair. I would say she was wearing more the kind of clothing you would wear around town. Not if you were traveling.
Slippers on, hair tied.
Yeah, she's got those curlers on her scales.
Scale curlers.
Scale boots.
They seem to live there, or at least were comfortable there. So, well, I mean, we saw into the area too, right?
You did not,
like through the door.
You could not really see in the door. It was dark and behind her, and she
Nazareth could though
obscure the vision, obscure line of sight.
Oh well.
Oh, okay.
Because there are some of us with dark vision, so
she was actively trying to prevent you from seeing anything inside. And since we didn't RP any like extra perception checks, I'm going to say with your passives, you did not notice anything in particular.
Got it. Okay.
You're now on a street corner. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go?
You all need to go to sleep. And
I do what I want.
I am aware that you all are still young and need to actually rest, and this may be the first time and apparently the last time that we will have a comfortable place to rest. So I wish for all of you to get some sleep while you can.
Well, you never know if this would be the last place to get a comfortable rest. Could always play again somewhere.
Miri? I need to show you... Oh, wait, never mind. Ignore that for now.
Oh. Okay.
I'll DM you.
Based on Honinko's reaction, I get a feeling that we won't be able to stay here for very long, which means you all need to rest, and we'll need to move quickly tomorrow. So please, all of you, get some sleep.
Whatever, fine. We still got some of that food to eat.
Otis,
What?
would you, perhaps it might help to distract until we can meet with Oninko tomorrow morning. Would you like to work on that book before we go to sleep?
That sounds like fun. I also got a debt to repay in some aspects. And Otis is going to flash the ring.
Oh yeah.
Well, let me be more specific because he's got more than one ring. The ring of enhanceability.
Yeah, but he's not here right now, so we'll focus on your book for tonight.
Otis is going to raise an eyebrow and just walk. You're like, okay then.
It sounds like the party is retracing their steps back to the tavern. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Otis
Yes.
is.
The party is following Kellen's very carefully determined instructions on how we get exactly back to the tavern.
No, it is a right here.
Meticulously
Right.
thought out.
My right. Micah, how are they feeling? What are they doing?
They definitely, for one of the first times ever, have concern remaining on their face. Normally, most of their emotions that you see on Micah, they are normally brief outbursts of emotions or a brief display of emotions, and then back to their normal stoic, like I said, just flat face expression. This is the first time that they've been having a fully concerned expression for almost the entire walk. They've definitely been entirely quiet. They haven't said anything, but they are also constantly looking back over their shoulders, and you could mostly tell the only reason why they have continued to move is because they promised to continue to move. Otherwise, they would be heading back right now.
With a sad and maybe a little bit slow Micah, eventually the party does make their way back to the Rock Bunk Tavern. You still have all of the food that you were kind of gifted during Miri's wonderful performance, as well as the room that was given to you, which has 2 bunk beds in it. It's fairly large for a room in a tavern. It's got enough, it's got a little table and a little fire, so you can make yourself pretty comfortable in this room. Is there anything else you want to do before we go to night to sleep?
Well, Otis is going to read for a while.
And Kellen's gonna help him.
Okay.
Mary's passed out after everything.
I bet. Otis, with advantage because Kellen is helping you, please go ahead and roll a charisma check.
Boy, you got it. That is, I rolled a 17, so -1, that is 16.
Very nice. Please mark yourself another success.
Thank you.
So, of course, Micah, they don't sleep. I think the first couple hours that they're there, they're going to write down the word Awen on their sketchbook and then stare at it for a bit of time to see if they can remember something or see something, and they just look at this term that Oniko called them. But yeah, I think that's the only thing they do.
Huh. Tell you what, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
What did you do?
Uh-oh. I have no idea. Yeah. Oh, okay. So that is a 15 plus 3. That's 18.
Okay.
And that's it for them.
Anything else that anyone else is doing before sleep?
I'm surprised Argus ain't gonna do something.
I am also surprised Argus isn't doing something. That's why I'm hesitating.
I would like to read the book.
Excellent. So you're in a bunk bed. Which bunk bed are you in?
I'm sitting against the floor.
Oh, all right. So our eldest member of the party has decided to go rough it on the floor. As you're sitting there with your book, you open it up, you go past the familiar inscription, you go past the 7 diagrams. You tell me what you're doing, I'll tell you what you see.
He is just staring at the pages and doing his best to still his mind and kind of quell his conscious thoughts. It's kind of, almost meditative.
One thing you do notice is that those diagrams, all of them are now labeled.
Right. And he would grab a notebook piece of notebook paper and from his quill and copy the names in the order that they appear in the book.
Okay. It is in reverse order from what I gave you last time. So starting with Apognos and ending with Phobos. Phobos is the last diagram. If you need me to put those in the chat, I will.
I think I got it.
You. And you get past those diagrams and you're now back at the blank page. Or the blank pages, rather. A bunch of them.
They're all sitting there. He will use the quill and he will write in the page. Are you able to speak again?
Yes, I am here.
Can you tell me that I'm not leading a bunch of children till their doom?
Doom is everywhere. I do not know where you lead.
Of course, it's everywhere, but this path... It's clear we are meant to walk the path, following these inscriptions. So I have no problem doing what must be done, I assure you. But they are still children. Is there a way for me to do it without their assistance?
We gave so many lives because it was the price we must pay. I would not ask it, but no one person could do this.
If you think you would say that.
Sorry, repeat that last one?
I said I had a feeling you would say that.
Ah, okay.
What are the details of this spell? Perhaps there was a mistake that was made, a path overlooked.
We were the greatest minds, but the spell was from our antiquity. We did not create it. We did our best to use it because we had no other choice. There is much we could have overlooked. We were very lucky that it worked as it did.
Where can I find it in this time?
Where can I find it in this time? The words again come quite slow this time with the effort of creation. I do not know what you are seeking, so I cannot point you to where it is. All I know is that you have everything I had at the end.
Yes, of course. You are a saint, and we are children. Is there anything else? Any mistakes you all made that can be avoided this time?
There is no response.
Of course. And he will close the book. And before entering his trance for the evening, he will, in Elvish, he will say, "Any of the divine are marching from wherever you are. It's incredibly cruel to expect a bunch of children to fix your mistakes."
Interesting. You were hit by a bolt of lightning. JK. All right.
Meteor swarm. Meteor swarm from the heavens.
Awesome. 1 book down, 2 books down, 0 books to go. So it sounds like we're all in a long rest time.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Well, can Otis meditate for 10 minutes before he long rests?
You absolutely can. You may want to meditate after you long rest, though.
You got it. I'll do that then.
Just a recommendation.
One final further question.
Yes.
I assume it would be asking a bit too much for me to be helping Otis and then go also work on my project.
I mean, you could at the expense of sleep. So it depends. Do you want to sleep?
I rolled for it. He's going to bed this time.
All right. Everyone falls asleep. Argus. Micah.
I trance.
Both of you are awake before everyone else.
Oh,
because
okay,
your trance times.
I was concerned.
Yeah, so the 2 of you awake, the rest are still sleeping for the next 4-ish or so hours.
Micah, are you conscious?
I don't go away. I just stay very still. So I hear and see. I'm just very still.
Will you come over here a moment?
And then they walk over towards where Argus is.
They getting their little scuttle on.
Yep.
How are you holding up?
I'm confused. Who's Ivan?
Yeah, I'm afraid I do not know, but there are many mysteries in this world.
Did we do the right thing? I was worried. was hurt, being hurt in the building.
Yes, she was, but we did what was requested of us. Which means it was the right thing. That is something that is not. It's not fair for you to be concerned about that, especially your age, Micah.
I just I was not there before when the school blew up.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought this may be second chance to fix, but we left.
We did what we were supposed to do, both in and at the school. There's no reason for you to regret that, and she will explain how they can when we meet with them.
I guess I did what I could. Well, protect, right? Wards, right? Wards, put wards on her.
I'm aware, and I am sorry that the people who were supposed to keep you safe have failed so far. And I'm sorry that I am unable to make your problems go away. However, there is something I can do for you.
Me?
I have recently managed to reconstruct a spell, and I could deliver a short message to your mother. Is something you would like to tell her?
Yes. Please ask where she is, if she's safe, and I want to see her.
I will let her know.
Thank you.
There's no need to thank me. This is the least I can do for you. Yeah. I would like to cast sitting.
Heck yes, you do. Heck yes, you do.
I do things. I do things sometimes.
Yeah, for sure. So you take out your little piece of copper wire, which you just have on you, and you prepare to send. Go ahead and tell me what you're going to say.
All right, so I have a really bad memory of conversations, but Argus does not. So he will say, Professor Rosani, I am letting you know that we are safe, and that Michael wants you to know that he is safe. Oh boy, Dean, what city are we in?
You're in Vabana in the Grogan Empire.
Vabana. We are located in Vabana of the Grogan Empire. Where are you? I think that's 25 words. I think.
Yeah, you're right in the ballpark at least. You are. Hold on, I got one moment. Please hold.
Do.
Did
Is there hold for sending? Is there traffic?
Your sending is very important to us. Please remain on the line.
Oh no.
You feel confident that this spell has gone through. You know what a spell that has not been completed feels like. You feel confident the spell has gone through, but after waiting a period of a few minutes, you do not get a response back.
Right. Well, I have delivered the message. Hopefully she'll respond to us as soon as she's able.
She could do that.
Of course. Her abilities as a spellcaster far exceed my own.
Wait. Could she send me a message?
I don't know. I don't know which spells that she knows. It's entirely possible she has other ways of doing things. She is a very powerful woman. She might be searching for you right now.
They nod, but then there's a bit of pause on their face as they start to think. Maybe like 2 or 3 seconds of their eyebrows furrowing, and then the stoic expression returns.
Thank you.
Of course. Would you do me a favor and go and make sure the others wake up at a reasonable time today?
Now?
Miri,
Preferably.
you wake up. You went to bed super early, so you also wake up super early.
I feel like Micah was like 2 seconds from like waking her. And she's like, what?
You're awake early.
Well, I went to bed kind of early last night. Is nobody else? What time is it?
What time is it?
It is like 4 a.m.
Oh.
4?
Yeah, we'll make it 5. 5 a.m.
5?
5 p.m.? I've woken up at 5 p.m. before.
No. 5 a.m.
And they'll point to the window outside. You can still see like darkness outside.
It's like, I don't think I've ever seen this time of day before.
Really?
Mm-mm. Not when I was even performing anything like that. We just would sleep because we would get very tired. But it is good to see that you are awake.
I don't sleep.
I know, Micah.
So, do you wait for others or more sleep?
How's everybody else looking right now?
Otis and Kellen are both asleep. Nazareth is starting to kind of do the bird thing in the morning. So Nazareth will come like chill out with you for a little bit because they have woken up earlier than Otis has.
Mm-hmm. Are they like passed out, drooling everywhere right now?
I mean, y'all were pretty tired after the last thing. I think you have gotten fewer chances to see Otis sleep. So this is probably the first time that you really see him just kind of like sprawled out on his like an actual bed, not like curled up in a sleeping bag or something.
He drools in his sleep, but he doesn't snore, interestingly enough.
They look very tired. He's drooling.
That happens?
Some people can do that, yes. But I don't think they're even making breakfast at the moment. God, it's really early. Is there anything that you wanted to talk about, or?
Can I ask a question?
Sure, Mike.
If you could talk to someone, why would you not do it?
If I could talk to somebody, why would I not do it? I think it all depends on what's the last thing that you talked about. If it was good, if it was bad, maybe they just can't answer right now.
Is that, well, if you did not know, if your friend or family was safe, would you try to reach out to them if you could?
Of course I would, Micah. My friends and my family are one of the most important things to me.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course. Just kind of, is Ardris just like still in the room, or?
Just post it up.
I was gonna say, if he's in the room, she's just gonna like look at him, just like, what happened this morning?
All right. I can't tell if that's the end of that scene or not. Honestly,
Yeah.
got some more role play to do. I don't want to step in the middle of it, but it sounded like we were wrapping that one up. Awesome. The next hour passes as you do whatever it is you do for your morning ablutions and whatever. And Otis and Kellen are now both awake. Ursa is also awake.
Don't put me in that world here. Don't you put me in there.
And there is right as you're waking up, there's like a soft knock on the door.
I mean, Otis. I doubt Otis would be nearest to the door.
Michael would definitely head over as soon as possible. Who was there to open the door up?
Mary will follow behind Micah.
As you open the door, you see our Red Dragon-born Tavern Keep, who is holding some breakfast. with a couple people behind him also holding platters. They've got like egg scramble and like toasted like slices of baguette and bacon and juice,
Ooh, bacon.
coffee, tea. It's like a
They really like us.
room service. And they look at you and they're like, breakfast?
Of course. Yes. Okay. Bring it in.
I mean, you're more than welcome to sit downstairs, but you might be a little bit busy.
Honestly, I'm a little scared to go downstairs.
Oh, I wouldn't be afraid. Don't be afraid. I mean, after all, the Vorpal loot. That's right. The Vorpal loot. I mean, all your fans are adoring for now. So just enjoy it.
What does that mean?
Enjoy your adoring fans means like they want to do good stuff for you. So you shouldn't like that, I guess.
But you said for now. What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, not to put too fine of a point. I think this guy had an accent. I just don't remember what I did for it, so no accent now. Not to put too fine of a point on it, but sometimes when bards or other performers are extremely successful, some of that adoration becomes like obsession, and it gets a little bit, I mean, people think they know you when they don't, and they think that they can ask stuff of you when they can't. But no, I mean, you're fine. Everyone downstairs is excited but cool about it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
On that note, did you prefer orange juice or apple juice? Because I got both.
Sorry, this dude's nonchalantness about it all just got me.
He talking to you.
I know. Apple is fine, thank you.
Excellent. And then pours you a big glass of apple juice. Leaves 2 pitchers, one of apple, one of orange. There's hot tea, there's hot coffee, and then there's all of your breakfast, and then they dip. They're like, all right, you've got your stuff. You can leave it up here when you're finished. We'll clean up when we come to clean the rooms, no problem. And they're gonzo, and everyone is awake and leveled up. So we did all of our level up stuff before the episode started, but it kicked in after the long rest, so all of our players are now level 7.
Alright, 12. All of you eat up. That is something that I need to look into for just a moment, and then I will return, and then we can discuss what we will do after that. Is that alright?
I will go to see my Nico.
Wait, before you all go, there's something that I need to show Miri. And you all should probably see this.
Okay.
What?
I have to stop eating breakfast.
Watch this. And then he pulls like some of his purple powder that he uses for other means, which obviously, totally aren't his Jorhan disguise. And he will take this purple powder and he dashes it against the wall, and you see, using magical tinkering, a big sign of Miri's band name appears on the wall.
So I'm picturing like Yi Fan Neon, where it's just like glowing and glittery. What are you picturing?
Seems good to me.
So that now the Vorpal loot is now like flickering in like this very bright, very not natural like neon purple.
Just to be clear, you all do know what Vorpal means, correct?
Yeah, it means
Yeah, but-
cool and stuff, right?
It's kind of our thing, though, isn't it?
The name already stuck, Audris. I don't know what the proper is.
I like it a lot. Thank you, Kellen. That's kind of cute. It's got the glitter and stuff.
I need
Yeah. I think I could probably make it a different color if you wanted, but also I don't have any other different color powder, so I'm not entirely sure how that would work.
Oh, it's getting cold.
Oh, right. And Kellen will start eating.
Hey, Mary, what do you think about this sign?
She really likes it. She really does.
Team bonding in the morning. This is beautiful.
She likes it.
Now, I've heard Ardris and Micah both said that they are going to not eat breakfast and do something else. Am I understanding that correctly?
Mm-hmm. Micah doesn't eat.
Let's start with, well, are you all traveling together or separately?
I'm not sure. What would Ardris plan on doing?
Separately.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so Ardris is like, yeah, kid, and then like ducks out, and you're not with Ardris.
I'll just literally just walk out the room and walk down the hallway like 6 feet. I guess they need to go anyway.
She's not in here.
All right, so I want to resolve Ardris first. Ardris, what are you doing?
Ardris is going to walk down the hall for a moment, and he will take a deep breath and cast sending to his father.
Oh, yay! All right, go ahead and tell me what that message sounds like.
He will say it in Elvish. Right. Hello, Father. I have protected a number of the students from the university after its collapse. They are fine. I assure you. We are currently... I keep forgetting the name of the city.
Urbana?
Verbana. Yes, we are currently in Verbana, the Gorgon Empire. We are making our way back to you as quickly as possible. We have much to discuss. I feel like that's close to 25.
Yeah, I play 25 pretty loose. It's the spirit of 25, not the number itself.
Spirit of 25.
You start orating and you violated the spirit of 25. You immediately receive a response back from your father in Elvish that says, it is troubling news to hear that there has been some sort of calamity at the school. I am pleased to hear that you are doing your duties as a son of Alarin, and will await your arrival or further news. And that is all that he says.
Right. Well, I should find the others and decide what to do next. He will go back.
Sargis is like, I have other things to do. 5 seconds later, I have completed my duties.
He literally said, I will be right back to you. He just had to step out of the room for a moment. He never said he didn't say he was going anyway. I just have to like for a moment. I will be right back.
In that case, Micah, I don't think you've quite left the room yet, but you can start to leave the room if you wish.
I'll be back soon.
And they're going to head to the house or for Nicholas.
All right.
We were supposed
Okay.
to meet Nico for breakfast. I'm so confused.
All right. It is 6 a.m. The sun is rising. But the way that this city is built up on the hill, there are very large walls that cover the majority of the perimeter. And most of the buildings are kind of up. So directly at sunrise, it's still not very bright inside of the city, just because of angles and architecture. You make your way down. No one stops you, apparently. So you leave the room. You head down to the tavern. It is surprisingly busy for this time of day. You get the opinion that maybe some people camped out overnight downstairs. You are, I don't know. I think that Mike would probably be quite surprised to see just how many people are there. But as you head through, no one's stopping you. An 8-year-old from wandering out to the street, no one is stopping you. You make it to the street. Where are you going? Because Callan has a map. you have a run in the middle of the night. So tell me, where are you going?
Oh,
Let's start with left or right.
was it? I don't think it was explained which direction they were traveling when they started to dark, because I think we were just doing misty steps. But I guess right.
Okay. So you exit the door. You're not really sure where you're going. You turn to the right in order to start traveling. You're walking down the street. This area of the Travell is very, very like kind of crowded with all of these like inns and taverns, cafes. There's souvenir shops. Right now, it's pretty sleepily waking up, so there's not a lot of foot traffic right now. But you're able to wander down the street. There's different people who are kind of finishing setting up. A few of them like kind of call out to you like, you there, young. Sorry, are your parents like they start to call you in for like to buy something and then realize that you're a child and are kind of like, what do I do with you? You do see some of the Petrocosta, the town watch, who are like making their rounds. And two of them stop to talk to you. Hello there.
Hello.
Are you lost?
No, I would like to find my classmate.
Your classmate?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay. Well, where are you supposed to meet them?
Did she mention a specific place? She just said after the following day, right? But she didn't mention a specific place, right?
Nope.
At the end.
No, so Kellen
She
had
said
specifically.
she said she would find you.
Kellen said specifically, "You will come find us at
Yeah.
the tavern."
She said she would come find you.
Oh.
Hey, kid, you okay? I was
Yes.
asking where you were supposed to meet someone, and you kind of like zoned out there for a little bit. Can I help you find someone, or like your folks?
I could. Wait.
I have not moved.
Do you know Captain?
Captain?
Gold
Like-
eyes, tall. Is she here?
With gold eyes. She's Petrocosta? She's City Watch?
Wait. Griffin, right? Griffin. Captain.
Giant Eagle.
Oh, Eagle.
Oh, Ventrida. If you head over towards the nesting grounds, I mean, if your captain is not on duty, although honestly, that's kind of a long way for a single child to go. We could escort you over there, but I would feel a lot more comfortable if your family was aware of your traveling. So how about you tell me where, I don't know, your parents or your siblings, your grandparents are, and we can go check in with them.
Tavern. But
Tavern.
they're eating. They're eating. I don't eat.
They don't feed you.
No, I don't eat.
All right, I'm thinking that we're definitely going to need to kind of talk to your family then. which tavern was it that you were at?
Oh, that one.
And they'll point to the direction where they're.
Yeah, you kind of wandered away from exactly where that was.
I thought you just took a right. Okay. Sorry.
You're able to give them like pretty good directions back, and they're gonna kind of walk with you. The one that's been talking to you, super friendly, very nice, very like engaging. You kind of like kneels down to engage with you on your level without being patronizing. Very cool. The other one has been super quiet and just kind of watching you the whole time.
Yeah. So, I show you friends, then we. Oh, wait. We have. We'll later talk to King about school. School blew up.
Sorry?
Yeah. I need talk to King later.
Well, the Emperor is a very busy man. So the odds that you are going to get to talk to him in particular are slim. But I promise you, if there is a problem at a school, you can report it to me, and I will make sure that the proper authorities all know, including the Emperor if he needs to know, okay?
Oh, so
they'll grab their amulet and says,
I come from this school, and it magic school.
You go to a magic school.
And it blew up.
Your school blew up. And so we can't find it anymore, right?
I don't know. We go to Hall of Mages. It's safety. But we would talk to Emperor so they can know what happened and help.
I mean, I don't know of any place around here called Hall of Mages. I'll be honest. How about you tell me this? When is the last time you ate or slept or, had water?
I don't.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, let's go to this tavern and get to the bottom of this because the implications are disturbing. And I do want to make sure that we are able to fully investigate the magic school that no longer exists because it exploded. We'll make sure that everyone knows what happened to it, okay?
Okay. Safe. Help school.
Yeah, we are definitely going to help you. Sorry, what did you say your name was? Micah. We are definitely going to help you. All right, let's go see that tavern.
Thank you.
And is going to wander back with Micah towards the tavern. Micah, as you're walking, maybe a quick little perception check for me.
All right.
This is all right. This is fine. Things are gonna be okay.
The gang goes to jail. It's cool.
We're kids too. They can't put us in jail.
So that was a natural 18 on the die, so that'd be a 24.
Nice.
And as you're walking, you catch a glimpse of Honika, not too far from the door of the tavern. She looks very like she's kind of doing that thing where you shuffle back and forth on your feet, trying to like get up like the nerve to walk in. She spots you just a second before you see her, and she goes to kind of talk to you and realizes you're in the presence of two Petrocostet and immediately hides.
What?
Someone's a war criminal.
What? What? Why? Uh, excuse me.
Yes, Micah. I think we're
Can
almost there, yeah?
can you wait here? I
No. We are going to go talk with your family right now and get to the bottom of this long before yeah, no, we're not gonna wait. We're gonna sort this out right now.
oh okay. Well, they're not my family, but okay, friends, family, same, right? Same? No? Yes?
Ooh.
Okay.
Tricky to answer. Let's judge that one after the fact, shall we?
Okay.
Awesome.
They're definitely trying to keep an eye on where Nico went, but they're like, oh, okay, I guess they go with the guards.
Yeah, so for the rest of you, you're inside, you're finishing your breakfast, and you hear a knock on the door.
Otis is gonna shout, "What?"
Hi.
Petra Costa, please open up.
No, what?
The door, like, knocking gets a little bit stronger. Petra Costa, official business, please open.
Helen will go open the door. Are they holding Micah at all? Like, are they at all making physical contact with him when he opens the door?
I would say yes. Probably the nice, friendly one has like a hand on his shoulder.
Cool. You see uncharacteristic rage on Kellen's face as he's just like, why are you touching them? Let them go.
Well, you see, it's not every day that we find a wandering child who says that they are not allowed to eat or sleep or drink water, and who is needing to tell the king about a magic school that now we have questions. If you will, let us entry.
I don't need drink. I not give. There's food there. I don't drink.
Are you
You can
keeping
come in if you let them go.
Sorry.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, I have to admit, I appreciate the delusion that you're under, that you get kind of a say in this one. It could be just a conversation, a nice, friendly conversation where we realize this was a mistake, the misspeech of a child. That's fine. But until I can guarantee the safety of this child and any others in the room, starts kind of like looking through the room.
Is something wrong?
State your name and credentials.
badge number.
Here's your badge number.
They do both pull out they have like emblems that are pins on their I forget what you call the shoulder part, like where it clasps the cape together, basically. That are symbols of the Petra Costa that match the one that you saw for Leap at the wall at the gates when you came into there. Both of them are wearing that.
Mm-hmm.
Your turn. Name and credentials.
I'll just walk over and present his scroll of pedigree to the guards. And, excuse me, please forgive my traveling companions. They are a bit anxious. The boy doesn't really like to be touched, but please, you are welcome to enter. I can assure you there's no need for us to go through the trouble of presenting formal documents to one another, especially when the important people get involved and then there's paperwork for everyone to do. Please.
Yes, if you let him go, then we can have a conversation.
When you hand over your kind of scroll of pedigree, it's so interesting.
it is an actual scroll of pedigree. I do not appreciate the way you said that. It is an actual scroll of pedigree. Right?
When you head over the actual scroll of pedigree, it is such an interesting reaction that you get. And it's kind of difficult to explain, so I'm gonna have to talk it out just a little bit. Both of them react very strongly to seeing your name. Both of them get slightly more formal, like they kind of straighten up in their position. However, make an insight check really quick.
For the record, while this is going on, Kellen is writing down the names of both of these Petracosta.
They have yet to give you their names, but they will. So far, it's just been badges.
14
Or
for
emblems.
insight.
14. The quiet one in the back is hard to read. You don't really get anything off of them. But for this man who's been walking with Micah, it's interesting because you see like immediate respect and then almost a conscious decision to ignore that respect. But he heads it back and he's like, it is always an honor to be graced with the presence of the Luxina family. We just request to clear all of this up.
Names.
Then, please, as I said, you all are more than welcome to come in. Don't have to stand outside the door, and we will answer any and all questions you may have to your heart's content.
You can answer questions. I'll do what I want.
Oh, this is. I don't think this is the time to be.
The friendlier of the two introduces himself as Johannes.
Johannes. My name is Kellen Blaze.
I'm certain it is a pleasure. The other one introduces themselves. Johannes introduces them as Charenson.
Johannes. Of what family?
Johannes of the Petracosta. When we join the Petracosta, we kind of forego the family name.
Good enough, and he'll write it down.
Maybe I can be Petra, whatever. One of them.
I don't think you'd like that. Then you'd have to bother good people all day long.
As I said, there is no need for such hostilities on either end. Please come in. There is tea or whatever you would like, and we can get whatever has occurred cleared up as quickly as possible. You two can go back to serving your emperor.
Are these the one with the birds?
I imagine they are not quite the same group as them, but similar parent group, most likely.
Captain. They said Captain who we met was close by.
Why aren't we talking to her?
There are rules to society. Each one has to do their part. I assume that my friend here has not come to any harm under your care. Is that correct?
Of course not. Here is the situation I find myself in. In the early post-dawn hours, a small child is wandering my streets, not knowing where they're going, but saying that they need to speak to a king about a magic school, and also that they don't eat, they don't sleep, they don't drink water. They could not refer me to family members. You see the concerns here, right?
Yes, concern?
Yes, there is a bit of a misunderstanding. First of all, Micah, it is an emperor, not a king. Second of all, our friend here is a very unique magic user, and it is, I'm sure you all also have a number of those in your empire. Some of them have gained the ability to go without sustenance for a long period of time. Micah has simply gained the ability much younger than most would have normally thought possible, to be honest. And to answer, I am afraid that I cannot give you a direct answer about the school, as it is apparently not widely known yet. But I can assure you, Micah is able to eat as much as he likes whenever he likes. He simply chooses not to.
Yeah, he does what he wants.
Maybe if you guys were a little bit more observant, you would have asked him that.
Yeah, it is fine. They are simply doing what needs to be done.
You
Wait.
would prefer that we ignore children who say that they don't eat. That's your preference? Just taking the room temperature here, you think that any child we see wandering around who doesn't eat, we should just ignore?
Of course not. You all have done exactly what you could be expected to do as upstanding members of society. This has simply been a misunderstanding and an overly eager child to see an old friend. I assure you, nothing for you all to be concerned about.
Wait, so do I not tell people I don't eat?
You do what you want, kid.
It could be alarming to some if they are not aware of your unique talents.
Oh, sorry.
You certainly do not need to apologize to me for whether you eat or not, nor ever saying the truth. I am confused, but this seems to not be as dire of a situation as I initially thought. Here's the tricky bit, y'all. For some of you, I would be giving disadvantage on this persuasion roll. For some of you, I would be giving advantage. I'm going to call it a straight roll, and I'm going to say that Ardris rolls it, because you're kind of taking the lead on this. Roll me persuasion real quick.
Why? I'm not playing my bard today, dog.
Need the quick hot swap in, a different character.
Tap out.
So I rolled an 11.
Oh.
Okay.
Are they still touching him, by the way?
Since you got into the room, like they have let him move wherever he wants to move. It was more like a guiding hand as they were going through the street, not that they were like restraining him in any way. But they were also kind of protecting him from you guys in the original scenario.
No, it's cool. I'm glad to hear it. This way is way better for me. So
Kel's about to let something loose.
Knives were going to fly and fire bolts.
Mary would have like put like Micah behind her, just like don't.
That's about to be a whole breakout.
How long are you planning to stay in the city? Is this a long-term stay, or are you just traveling through?
As we were informed by the Petra Costa at the beginning, we should inform if we were planning to stay longer than a month, and we are not.
There's no need to be so formal. We will be here for a short time. We are here merely passing through on a journey back to my home. We have a meeting with the mages there. And we have simply stopped here because camping is becoming quite tiresome.
See, Hall of Mages.
So the Hall of Mages.
Yeah, trees don't give you these kinds of problems.
I will take your word on that. And that does make the Hall of Mages make a little bit more sense, since I didn't know of any place around here. All right. And then he goes and he kneels in front of Micah, and he goes, Micah, I just need to check with you. Please answer truthfully. Are you hurt?
No.
Are you in danger?
Not here. Maybe school, but I don't know what happened. But not here.
Do these people hurt you?
No. They're friends.
Who do you think you are to ask something like that? We never heard
It is standard questions. Relax.
I will actually.
Questions?
I'm gonna slap my hand onto Otis's mouth at the moment.
Yo, can I make a dex save?
If we're gonna get into grappling rules, this is gonna take a little bit of a different turn.
No, no, they're
Do you
my
feel
friends.
safe?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have permission to travel with them?
No choice. School blew up.
Right. All right. He hands you like a small piece of paper that's got some information about how to, like, who you can talk to within the Petrocosta organization. If you need further assistance, this kind of thing. He's like, and he tells you, you can stop any member of the Petrocosta at any time. If any of this situation changes, you are no longer safe. You need more assistance. We will help you. Do you understand?
Thank you. Question?
Yes.
Can I still walk outside, or is that not allowed?
No, you can. Of course, you can walk. It is. I would recommend, especially between near dawn and near dusk, or in the night, that you have a trusted person who is older with you.
Why?
In order just to stay safe.
Oh, I'm strong.
I believe you. I think you're absolutely strong. But, I mean, you don't want to meet other Petrocosts who will also get confused, right?
Oh.
Yeah, so if you're traveling together, then it'll be a lot easier for everybody.
This different. School, I could go everywhere, but here I need. Oh, okay.
Well, the school was a little smaller, right? It wasn't as big as a city.
Huge place, huge.
Yeah. So because it's so big, we want to make sure that we are safe, right?
Okay.
Which means, at the very least, letting people know where you're going and making sure that someone knows if you haven't gotten there. Okay.
Okay.
You see, as he goes into full road safety mode, where he's just like, "Here's how you keep safe." Like his fears have been kind of tempered enough in terms of child endangerment that he's now switched to tourist and travel safety, and is kind of given the whole spiel about, you don't keep all your money in one place and make sure that, people know when to expect you, all of this kind of thing. Still, the other one, super quiet, super silent, just kind of watching this all happen, taking a few notes. And eventually they wrap it up. Both of them turn and give a fairly formal bow to you, Ardris.
There's no need for such officialness. Please, if you all would like something to eat before you leave.
We appreciate the offer, but I think we'll pass. It is always an honor to have the Luxina in our town, in our city. If you need something, don't hesitate to reach out to Petrocosta. And they are both going to leave.
Bye.
Goodbye, Micah.
And they leave.
Wow. So different. Very different.
I like the one with the birds better.
Michael, where exactly did you go?
Oh, right. I saw a Nico, but then she hid when she saw me. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Supposed to wait for her to arrive here. Where did you go?
Right.
Tap.
Is that us hearing a tap of a rock against the window or a tap on the door?
Yeah,
Are
where's
hearing
that?
a tap
I thought it was
From
the
the-
bird to say tap.
Oh yeah, it's in here.
from the window.
Oh,
Okay.
and,
Otis will look outside if he's close to it.
yeah, that was.
Hanging onto the ledge at the window is Haninko, at the window.
Oh no.
Oh,
Do these windows open?
They do.
Okay. Otis will open it.
She kind of scrambles inside.
What you doing all that for?
Oh,
Hey,
I
what?
told you I would come, and then you went and got the Petra Costa, so then I had to figure out another way.
What?
The
That
reason?
was completely unrelated. Why are you concerned about them exactly?
Yes.
Look,
Like I said, you ran away.
Before you answer that question, is there any reason that someone would be looking for you at the moment?
I don't think so.
Can
What do you
Otis
mean?
roll insight on that?
Do we
Okay.
need to have this conversation privately?
I mean, I would definitely prefer privacy. Kind of the name of the game right now.
You've got to be joking. We'll do it live.
I'm gonna wait for Otis before saying other stuff.
All right.
Right?
Plus 8, that is a 13. I rolled a 5.
Right. I mean, she's not giving you any signals that you believe that she's lying to you.
Okay.
Alright, give me a moment. I will ensure we are not being listened to. And he's gonna go around and cast the private sanctum spell to cover this entire room.
Tell me what it looks like to cast that spell.
It is a legally distinct version of a different magical school movie where he goes around and he is waving his wand and saying in Elvish incantations for protection, and then dark fog begins to kind of cover the room, almost like it's tinting the room around them. And and when he's finished, it's kind of like creating little motes of light that when they connect up, it makes a cube.
Hey, that's cool. That is so cool. And you can have how many people inside?
It just protects an entire area. And
Okay.
once inside, I will be picking all of the options to be as secure as possible.
All right. So you set up your private sanctum. It looks super dope. Everyone is inside, and so you're now in kind of this swirly, tingy mist of kind of dark opacity inside of a cube where you believe yourself to be in total privacy. And as we step into that cube, I'm going to say, let's take a quick break here before we jump into the rest of this conversation.
It's about
Oh, wow.
Wow, what a crazy person.
Y'all are costing me spell slots.
So thank you all so much for coming by again. We definitely appreciate it. If you like what you see here, definitely go ahead and join our Discord. We have a section for Rivenwood Academy, a spoiler as well as a non-spoiler section. And of course, we'd love to talk to you about the characters, of the campaign, your fan theories, and more. We're going to take between a 10 to 15 minute break, and then we'll see you for the second half of Rivenwood Academy. Farewell for now. All right, and we are now back for the second half of Rivenwood Academy. So with that said, Harry, take it away.
Within your very new, very cool private sanctum, all of you are kind of in this area, and Honinko is there. She seems to slightly relax as the spell kind of takes shape and she kind of realizes what you're doing with it. But she still does look very, very nervous, very tired. Does not look like she slept well last night. She's looking pretty exhausted. And like I said, there are some signs of injury. Nothing that is like, oh, her life is in danger or something like that. She's a little banged up with some bruises and some small cuts. And she turns kind of to all of you, looks you each one at a time, and ends on Kellen. That day, why did you come? Why did you come to my dorm?
Look, the kid wanted to talk to you, and I just almost assaulted a guard because they were unkind to him. So I just was following what he asked.
Please don't do that, by the way. You all are very young, but I am not technically considered young in this empire, and it would be very bothersome to clean that up.
No promises, but I'll try.
Otis points at Kellen.
Anyway, he had asked because he wanted to speak with you about some questions. So I came to speak with you. I wanted to continue hating you and somehow left that conversation with a bit more understanding despite it being unpleasant. And now here we both are in this strange city. So I assume you can...
If you want.
Why would I want to do that?
I mean, I was kind of a jerk, so it's fine.
Okay. And he goes like he's going to slap them across the arm.
She immediately kind of just like tenses, not trying to avoid it or anything. She just tenses to take it.
Can Otis mitigate that?
And he taps to cast Cure Wounds while speaking some arcane words.
Never mind.
Otis gets ready to be like, no! And then it's like, oh, okay. Cool. Cool. How many points does she?
Let me roll it for you. 5 hit points.
Okay. Externally, it doesn't appear to do a lot, but as she realizes that you're not attacking her, but are instead doing healing magic, she kind of takes some deep breath and like kind of wills herself to relax again. You think it had some effect?
Not gonna lie to you, Honinko, I didn't really know if that would work, so you were a little bit of a guinea pig there, if we're being honest with each other.
I guess we're being honest with each other.
I'm sorry. The way you speak as if these events were a long time ago. They haven't been very long ago at all. What exactly has happened?
A lot has happened. Maybe that is why it sounds like that. I'm not trying to, I don't know, change your understanding of events or anything.
Just to clarify, how many days has it been since the school exploded and you left?
Like 4, maybe?
Okay. Yeah, you've just had long days too, man. That...
I mean, to be fair, our school exploded, so that's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, no, that sucked. And it seems like most people are sort of unaware of it. I mean, those guards straight up were like, what are you talking about, exploding school? I mean, you'd think word would get around faster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How did you get out of there?
I was at the school with a mission, and then someone took me here before the school exploded.
Like, physically took you away from the school when it exploded?
Yeah. I mean, I don't. I'm going to tell you everything I know because I think I pretty much owe it to you, but knowledge can be dangerous, and I don't want to tell you anything you don't want to know. If that
Trust
makes
me.
sense.
I want to know everything. Who's Island?
What?
Island.
She turns to you and she gives you this super long look. I'm going to roll some insight for her real quick. So 1 second. You're kidding. This is some sort of sick joke. You're
No, I don't know. No, my.
no.
Mhm. Did I say something wrong?
Yes, you. Okay, I thought we were all going to be honest here.
I don't lie.
None of us have any idea what that name means.
Okay, just because they are not telling you doesn't mean that. Okay,
Do we know anything?
Detect
Dim,
magic.
do we know anything about what that name means?
you have never heard that name before, no?
Nice. Cool.
I would like to cast detect magic.
Okay. Strong magical presence from all of y'all, including the
Items in our
like
pockets.
giant magical aura you're within for private safety.
I will ignore the other magic. Is a Himiko giving off magic?
Other than like what appears to be like components or whatever, like kind of detritus of like magic using that you would expect from a student, no.
I might slow down and continue your story. And we absolutely should be leaving here soonish, by the way.
Well, that is at least one thing that we both agree on. Why did you come here? It doesn't make any sense.
Why doesn't it make any sense?
Because you brought them. And she gestures towards Micah.
I wasn't going to leave the boy in the forest.
Yeah, we can't leave them behind.
So here's the thing. I understand that, we'll get back to the Avon thing. I think I understand that you were pulled away and taken here by someone before the school exploded. I'm setting aside how just distinctively suspicious that is for the moment, for this conversation. You seem to have the idea that maybe we somehow safely got to our destination with the other students and then just decided to come here. But that's not actually what happened. Someone messed with our circle. It exploded and sent us into the middle of the forest in one country over.
You see a very thoughtful and a little bit confused, like a puzzled look on her face. Some of that panic resides just in the face of confusion, where like she's now trying to piece together the small bits that you were giving her. Okay.
No student made it to the Hall of Mages.
Well, I don't know where the circles go, so I don't know about that. Sorry. I'm also just kind of a first-year student, so... Did you know where they went?
That was their convening destination, but they were meant to go to two separate places to ensure that not everyone was in the same place for the evacuation procedure, and then meet up there. That is what we heard, right, DM?
That is, well, 3 different spots, because there were 3 circles that went to 3 different places.
Yeah. One of which became out of commission.
Correct.
And Argus will start speaking more just aloud his thought process, but he will say it out loud. Which my father was unaware that anything had happened to the school, which means that either A, no one survived, or B, no one attempted to contact the Hall of Mages at any point, or C, perhaps no one in the Hall of Mages contacted my father. Why are you so afraid?
Talking. That is a very good question, and he just ignores what he was thinking about.
What was the question? I missed it for a little bit of overtime.
Why are you so afraid?
Of so many things. Okay. I am originally from the Gorgon Empire. This is my home. I went to Rivenwood because I was asked to keep an eye on Micah. And then no, it was my dad who sent me.
Who's your father?
He's a captain of the palace guards. This citadel keepers.
And
why would he ask you to watch over?
I don't know. Okay, I was just told go see what's up, see if anything's weird, and then Micah was using the name Micah, which was confusing. I kind of messed with you guys a few times just to kind of see what was going on, and then I got a message saying that things were different and that I was failing, and because I was failing, other people were doing things. And then the vice chancellor came to my dorm, and then I was here, and then I heard the school exploded.
Wait.
And
the vice chancellor is the one who brought you out.
Yeah. I mean, I assume that he was the one heading the evacuations, right?
But
that guy's going on my list.
I thought he was already on your list.
No, not the list of suspects, the other list.
Oh.
Wait, I'm really confused because, like, I mean, of course the vice chancellor would want to get students to safety, right?
Honinko, the place exploded. Like, there are teachers that were unaccounted for when we left. The school exploded. The fact that you left before it exploded is highly suspicious, because I was right there with you in the dorm, and then somehow in the 30 minutes before it exploded, you were evacuated before the explosion.
Just thought
to make
also, one more thing, DM. Wasn't the vice chancellor with us whenever we were evacuating?
Yes, he was.
But to clarify, that was like 30 minutes later, right?
That's true, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
ostensibly someone who commanded.
The vice chancellor came down with Drogon and some injured students and faculty after the explosion had happened.
Okay, so he was there whenever. Okay.
Yeah, so ostensibly someone who commanded a high level of arcane power would be able to go somewhere and come back to the school.
Okay.
Especially as a vice chancellor who would probably be able to ignore some of the teleportation wards and stuff.
just to make sure that I'm understanding the situation, your father asked you to do this, or did a member of the guard ask you to do this?
My father sent me to Rivenwood and said, keep an eye on it, Micah.
But was he acting as your father when he said this, or was he acting as a member of the guard?
Who knows?
What?
He's acting as he always does.
Hey, Ninko?
Yeah?
You don't think that we're safe here, right? Are you safe here?
I mean, I kind of screwed up my mission, so no one's happy with me. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I'm fine.
I mean, in what way did you screw up? Because, like, I'm not really sure how they could expect any first-year student to foresee the whole explosion of the school thing.
I kind of feel like maybe I caused the explosion because I didn't do a good enough job, and then they decided that that was like what they would have to do because I failed.
Who's they in this instance?
I don't know.
How do you think you accidentally caused the explosion of an arcane academy?
Is
I
it
think
because of the
someone-
letter?
When you mend the letter, she just goes completely still, and like her eyes go quite wide, and she's like, I shouldn't have given the letter. That was stupid.
Focus. Why was it a problem?
And like she's starting to like kind of breathe heavily as she's like focusing on trying to calm herself down. You can see she's having a very like visceral reaction to all of this.
Mary would like to try and come up to her, kind of hold her hands, and I'm gonna cast calm emotions on her.
I didn't know you had that.
When you go to hold her hands, she kind of flinches away but doesn't like stop you. When you go to cast, she is terrified, and then calm emotion hits, and you watch as her body goes relaxed.
It should be a little bit better to help you think about what happened, right?
I guess I don't feel anything.
Okay. Well, I want you to feel something, but still not to be so. I don't want you to like throw up or something.
So let's just make sure that we understand things correctly. You were asked to keep an eye on him. You were rescued from the destruction of a very powerful magical place. Before that happened, the spell circle that was designed to send us back to the Hall of Mages, where my father would have been, was tampered with. And for some reason, no other member of the Academy reached out to the Hall of Mages, although that was where they were supposed to be going. You are currently terrified, and we are currently standing in a very powerful magical blank spot in the middle of a city where at least one member of the guard is especially interested in Micah. Did I miss anything?
Yes. The person we had tried to contact earlier did not reply, which would imply that if they are otherwise encumbered, the person currently in charge is the Vice Chancellor.
I don't know.
Correct. Well, change of plans, everyone. We will be leaving as soon as possible. There are some things we should get rid of to travel lightly. So we will be leaving here by the late evening. So anyone who has anything they need to do in this city before we leave.
I need to talk to her. I want talk. Question her. Can you point to? I asked questions and no one answered questions. Who's Iwan? Why call me Iwan? I don't know. Letters said do remember? I don't remember. Just 3 years. That's all I know. Please tell me.
Does Micah look visibly distressed?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Sounds visibly distressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you normally got an emotionless face. I was just checking.
Oh yeah, they are definitely trying to get some answers out of her because they now got the chance to be able to talk, and none of the questions that they delivered was just put to the side. So you're like,
Please tell me.
All right, give me 1 second. All right, sorry about that. I lost the internet for a second. I'm back. Can you hear me?
oh yes,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. All right. So under the influence of calm emotions, Honiko turns to you, and for the first time since you've seen her now, there's no fear on her face. There's nothing but calm. And she looks at you and she goes, "You are Iwan. It is you." That's what
And-
my father said.
And who exactly is Iwan that the palace guard of the Gorgon Empire would be interested in them?
Iwan is the lost child of the Goldbane family.
Do I know what that means?
Well, you would know that the Goldbanes are the emperor and empress of this place.
Ooh boy.
Oh.
Do I know? Do I know? You know how this boy was lost? You know, I feel like this isn't. You know, he just wandered out to get some milk and then come back. There may be no more.
Yeah, I think that you would know there was a state funeral.
Mm.
I don't know if you would know any specifics, but you would know there was a state funeral.
What exactly are you talking about?
This is Iwan. I was told to go to the academy because my father believed that Iwan was there.
Does the Emperor
Aaron,
know about
oh.
this?
I don't know.
Aaron,
Yes.
recalling Otis looking at the statue in the flag,
Uh-huh.
was when we first arrived in Vibana, was there a clear
Uh-huh.
depiction of the Goldbane family on that statue?
There was
I mean-
the statue. The statue was
Well, I mean,
of
of
the
a-
emperor, the empress, and the 2 daughters.
Mm-hmm. And there was no long lost son mentioned.
Nope.
Oh boy. So this is long lost.
Does Michael look like them?
Well, I mean, all you've seen is a statue so far, so kind of hard to like. I mean, in the facial features, you would say there's probably a resemblance, but like you can't see like skin tone or hair tone or anything because it's all carved out of. Rock.
Based on my memory of when the Empress came
Mhm.
to see my father, do they look, you know, similar? Would I believe it?
Yeah.
No. Mhm. Well, that could be a problem.
Wait. So my mother, is it my mother?
That is a very incredibly complicated question that takes a very talented person to unpack effectively. Micah, but there are a lot of assumptions being made by a lot of people.
I think we can talk about that in a little bit, Micah. This is a bit.
Wait,
I got a question. But let the kid go first.
long. You said long lost. Can I see them?
Can you what?
See them.
I mean, I guess if you wanted to go to the Citadel and present yourself to the Emperor and the Empress as their dead child, you could.
Micah, the Empress is somewhat friendly with my father, so it may be possible to arrange a meeting with either of them. However, you all need to understand that if it is done, there is no going back. It is a path that will be walked to whatever conclusion it may have. And the Emperor and Empress are very, very powerful. They will not be able to protect you from whatever it is they decide. Or we can leave.
I don't like it. Emperors and empresses don't have shadow people follow their long lost children, especially a son. They go to reclaim them. It sounds like someone has discovered this, but is keeping the knowledge from them, and it worries me to have them discover this before we know why that's being withheld. I mean, Honinko can't even explain to us who they're really working for.
Well,
them.
To be fair, shadowy government.
They're working for them.
Part of government that's... Well,
Can I ask my question now?
of course, Otis.
Hey, Honinko,
Otis,
what do they do to you when you fail a mission?
her very blank, very calm face turns to you and says, "Those who fail must be punished."
Otis really, really, really does not like that.
Hey guys,
You saying this as Aaron or as?
this is Aaron.
Okay.
This is Aaron. I'm gonna need a couple deck saves, please.
Oh God! No.
Deck saves? Okay.
Neck saves? Oh.
Okay.
Oh no.
On it.
From everyone?
From everyone.
Ooh.
Something's going boom.
Mm-hmm.
What's happening? I don't know if there's an ability that I have for this.
Oh, not bad.
I don't think I have any abilities for this.
Ooh,
I've got my number.
Cool.
Okay.
Also have my door.
The door splinters inward
Oh God.
as a troop of these Petrocosta come in. These are not like the ones that you watched, like strolling. These ones are actually in heavy armor. You see that one of them throws something into the middle of the room that begins to smoke, which is obscuring vision for your room. Now, for Private Sanctum, does it have any mitigation for actual physical effects?
We can't see it, but no.
Okay. So they throw something in, and there is now kind of like the smoke that is filling the room as, well, I'm not sure how much you can see with all of this smoke. It sounds like a whole bunch of people are going in, but that door splintering open and the smoke coming in, let's get those deck saves.
I don't want to be that guy, but technically sound can't pass through it at all. And
Oh, well then,
through it at all. So technically, we can't see anything happening right now.
Oh, then make your deck save with disadvantage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Three wide.
That was 15 for me. Oh, okay. Well, I'll stick with that 15. All right. Cool.
I get to stick with my.
I rolled a nat 20.
Oh no.
I can stick with the same number I got.
For once, I actually
roll
roll
higher.
high and retake it away from me.
Yeah, I rolled higher for the second one, but I'll take the 15.
I rolled an 18.
Ooh.
Yep,
I
that's.
had to be honest.
I rolled an 18 and then I rolled a 9. So plus 4, that is 13.
Okay.
15 for me.
Okay.
16 for Miri.
Okay. Cologne?
Okay. Can I activate my
4.
ring of shields?
4. Callan and Otis, you guys are standing in the way of this door that explodes inwards. You take an unfortunate amount of damage because I rolled high. 6 points of damage.
Okay.
How much?
6.
Oh, that's not that much.
It was the maximum on a d6, so.
Yeah, no, I mean, it sucks, but it's like
Yeah.
6D would have put us in a lot worse of a situation. I'll
Yeah.
take it.
Scratch.
Honiko completely gets like steamrolled by this and
Oh.
also gets hurt from it. And you cannot see what just happened. You didn't hear what just happened. You just got a door that slammed in your face.
Back
Off
up to
its
the window,
hinges.
and I will end the spell.
Okay. You end the spell. As you end the spell, you can see it looks like there are about 8 guards in this room that are kind of spreading out to make a perimeter. You might have enough time for a few people to make it through the window. There's no way this entire party is making it out that window. I'll tell you that right now. You don't have enough
Audrey
time to
is-
make it all out there.
Audrey is standing, putting
Are you
himself
sure
in
about
between the
that?
others.
I mean, I'm more than happy to roll initiative for 8 people who are going to try and stop you, if you would like. But I'm saying, like, within 6 seconds, the odds that all of you are going to make it out are really slim.
That's a turn, though.
Yeah, sure.
Roughly.
I tell you what, everyone, let's go ahead. We've already started this. Let's roll initiative.
I want you to know, if we do this, I will cast Fireball and burn his whole.
Oh,
I
no!
want you to know, if this happens, dog, I will burn his whole.
I got an 11.
Ooh.
Hold on, I gotta get my initiative tracker up again.
That's not good for this one. I guess I used all my great rolls last turn.
At 13.
One mo. I just gotta see what I add to their initiatives. Whew. All right.
This is going to be rough.
I mean,
It's gonna
it
be rough
honestly.
for me, I'm burning this month.
I've got I rolled pretty good.
Everybody gonna die. I don't think anything gives me. Yo, do we have advantage on initiatives for any reason?
No, I wish. I wish that was the case.
Does anybody have a weapon of warning on them?
No. Not the slightest.
We don't have anything like that because we still haven't sold our items yet.
I gave you an entire city, my dudes.
We never get to.
Got
Okay.
arrested, and then this person showed up. We've had
All we got to do was eat breakfast.
In fairness, we did not expect to get arrested at the very beginning of.
Hey, you know, honestly, if our lovely little Micah hadn't taken his walkabout, he'd be good.
What you gonna do? Yeah, who knows? We knows what happened.
Okay, let me get some initiative here. Reed?
13.
Otis?
11.
Micah?
Ooh, excuse me. 7.
7. Kellen?
18.
Nice.
Miri?
26.
Go, Mary.
Sorry, was that 2-6?
Yes.
Nice. Very nice. Let me sort my sheet real
Hail
quick.
Mary, cast Fireball real quick.
I don't have fireball.
Everybody gets fireball.
I do have something. I
Right.
do have something that can work.
As this protective private sanctum falls, you can now see all of the royal guards who are fanned out around the room. They are pretty well surrounding you, except for directly in front of the window. Miri, you are the first to act.
Okay, so in a panic, Mary's gonna cast Sleep at 2nd level.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and angle it so like we don't get anybody in it, but
All right. Dope. I love this. I have no idea how this is practically going to work. What does the radius of sleep look like?
radius will be it's within 20 feet.
Okay. Tell me where you're aiming this at.
If she can see past them into the hall.
Sure. I think you could probably catch a glimpse of the hallway.
Hey, drop it near Arcus.
You really want me to?
I'm an elf. I can't.
That's true, but everybody else ain't an elf.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. You're weak.
No, she'll do it towards down the hall.
Down the hall. So, I mean,
Or
I know what you're trying to do. I'm going to say if you put it in the hallway, you're going to be able to catch 1, maybe 2 people within this.
God.
It's okay.
I mean,
roll the sleep dice.
Just put a random bartender to sleep. That's it.
I want to try and catch most of these guards in there, though.
There is no way you can do that without catching all of you. Because basically, they're making a perimeter around the outside. You guys are in the center. So there's no other point you can put it at that you would not get yourselves.
Throw it at a couple. You would know it only affects a certain level of hit points.
That's
worth
true.
of people,
Yeah.
So.
All right. I'll furthest away from us as many as I can, pretty much.
The ones at the door?
Sure, yeah. I'll do the ones at the door.
All right, go ahead and roll those hit points, please.
All right, make sure I have enough dice. I'm casting it at 2nd level, so I get to 10 more. I'm rolling 78 right now.
Was I able to activate my ring of shield when the door exploded?
Yeah.
My AC 25.
I think you didn't get hit, so that makes sense to me.
Plus 6. 30 HP in total.
Okay. And if I remember correctly, it starts at the smallest HP and then goes up.
Yep.
Yes.
You watch as one guard kind of blinks and then slumps to the ground, falling asleep.
Just one.
Yep.
You wanted you?
Any movement or anything else?
She'll try and get closer to. Do I have to go out the window? Are we doing this?
Yes, go out the window. Leave. I will hold them off. Leave.
If that's the case, then. Wait, I need to see. Hold on.
Dolphin dive out the window.
No. I can do it once per day. Can I use my smoke step bomb thing and take Micah with me?
You absolutely can.
Okay.
So you reach out, you grab Micah, you activate your ring of smoke step, whatever it was.
My little smoke bomb thing, yeah.
Yeah, a little smoke bomb. So it's already very smoky in this room. It is now extremely smoky in this room for a bit. As this like bright puff of, was it pink?
We didn't really decide a color, but sure, it's pink now.
Yeah. This bright puff of like pink smoke lights up where Miri had been standing, and both of them are out. It is now 1, 2, 3, 4 of these guards' turns. 4 of them look quite beefy. 3 of the ones that you are up against, like I said, they're in full like heavy plate armor, wielding, I don't know, claves, I think. And they are very much not looking happy. Each of them is going to attempt to grapple one of each of you, just to make this a little bit easier on me in terms of how to do this. So this will be an opposed strength check. You can roll... well, I will say, actually, you can roll athletics or acrobatics.
Oh, yeah, you can roll acrobatics to escape grapples.
Yeah. So for Argus, Callan, Otis, and Honinka will be the 4th one. Everyone, please roll.
Is it straight or disadvantage for me and Kellen?
Straight. Shoot.
So straight?
0 1s.
All right, we're gonna resolve this in order. So, Ardris, you're first.
17.
You are currently grappled. Kellen?
3.
This was the one that was a natural 20. You are super grappled. Otis.
Super grappled. All right, I guess it's straight. That's a 10.
You just barely beat this one because it rolled a natural 1. So you are not grappled.
Woo-hoo.
And then Honinko rolled a natural 1, so she is grappled. So the 3 of you are grappled. Otis, you are not.
Okay.
They will spend their turns doing that. They won't take any movement just yet. Kellen, you're up.
So the rules on being grappled are that you cannot move. It says nothing about not casting spells, so I am waving through the man who is holding me's chest at as many of the other ones as I can target.
Oh.
That is nice. I am not sure how you can target people without hitting your allies. So tell me, what is your plan there? Like, you're all in very close quarters. Like, you're all kind of in the center of the room. I think that you could kind of move around if you wanted to target only the person in front of you. But
I've stated an intention. You can decide what effect it has. I do not currently have a battle map. Kellen's intention is to blast the guy on him, which could allow him to force the guy off of him, while also shifting the cone, because it is a cone, to target as many of them as possible. If there's like you could hit 4 of them, but you'd also hit blank, you can give that to me and I can make that decision, but otherwise there's no way for me to do it without a battle map.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, if you want to hit any of the other guards, you will hit other teammates, other party members. So you have such a way...
I need more than that.
You have, because the way that you are all situated, the only way that you can hit the guards who are currently grappling your party members are if you are also hitting your party members. Otis is not grappled, but within grappling range, within 5 feet, so there's not really any way that you could avoid him.
But there are a bunch of other guards in this room, right?
Yeah. Looking at kind of where they are placed, I think you can get one other that is kind of currently along the wall who has not taken an action yet.
Then that would be the thing that most fits my intention. Blast the guy who's holding me off of me, as well as doing as much damage to them as I can.
Okay. Excellent. Can you please make your attack?
Yes, I need them to make for me a Constitution saving throw.
Very nice. Give me one moment, and I will roll those two. With the evil dice. What's your save, DC?
14.
The one that is at the wall makes it. The one that is currently grappling you does not make their save.
The one that is grappling me takes 29 damage and is pushed 15 feet away from me up into the air.
Very cool.
And the other one takes 14 damage from saving.
Okay, the one on the wall looks pretty hurt. The one that was grappling you does not look terribly hurt, but is pushed farther away from you.
And I will move towards the window.
Okay, you can quite easily make it with like 10 feet of movement to this window, so you still have quite a bit of movement left. Is there anything you'd like to do? Like it is, you are on like the American second floor. So at about 10 feet per floor with half climb speed, you can make it to the ground.
I will jump out and cast Featherfall on myself so I can continue moving unencumbered.
Okay. You jump out.
Oh, wait, no, I've cast a spell. I cannot do that.
Featherfall is a reaction. You can.
It is a reaction. I can do that. Yes, yeah. that is what I will do.
When you arrive at the ground, you've got another 15 feet of movement.
Towards Miri and Micah so that I can be with them.
Yeah. They are quite a ways away, so as you
can try to go to like towards an alleyway or something. Just like waiting to see if anybody else is coming.
Do I even see them?
You would necessarily have to see them because she has to see where it is or has to have been there before.
Yeah, she's still trying to run
towards them, even if I can't quite reach there yet.
Okay, cool. So you're heading that way. It is 2 more guards' turn. The guard that was blasted by Kellen's pulse wave is going to kind of move towards the window to try and see where Kellen went, but is otherwise not going to take an action. The other guard along the wall is going to try to grapple Otis again, so please roll that grapple check. No, it's a straight roll for you. It's advantage for them.
Yeah, that's a 4.
Okay, this guard succeeds in grappling you. So now you and Argis and Haniko are all grappled. Argis, it is your turn.
I'm that far back in the queue.
I think we all know where this is going. So Argis, because Argis keeps his book on him at all times.
Yeah.
I'm about to cast a 5th level fireball and burn this place to the ground.
Oh no!
Can you, while casting fireball, not target your party members?
Fireball is based on an area that I can see. So you tell me. I don't know.
I'm gonna say no unless you have spell sniper or whatever. You cannot exclude your party members. So right now, there's one at the door that you could target. There's the one asleep next to them. There's one at the window. The rest are all engaged with your party.
I mean, that's tragic.
I think. Sorry, there's one more guard on the wall.
Still about to catch this 10d6 fire damage, though. I'm gonna need everybody to make dexterity saving throws.
Why do y'all hate me, man?
Hey, look, dog, I just said everybody out the window because I'm about to burn this place to the ground.
He almost literally has had a chance
Acceptable
to do
sacrifice.
anything.
I need a definitive ruling. What are you casting?
I'm serious. I'm casting fireball at 5th level for 10d6 fireball. I was completely serious.
What's the radius on fireball? Remind me.
20 feet. I can pick any space within 150 feet. 20-foot radius. Dex save.
Where are you putting it?
If I ever need to succeed on a deck save,
theoretically possible for me to hit everybody and not hit Otis, fine, but I will maximize the amount of people to hit with the fire. So
okay, I need literally everyone in that room to make me a dexterity saving throw.
That's an 8. I rolled a 4.
Argis included. Kellen included. No, sorry, Kellen, you're out. Honeyco included.
I was about to say I should be actually out of the radius of the fireball, even if I were on the same plane.
Me, that is an 18 on the deck save, which beats my spell save DC. So
hold on, I gotta figure out how many of these people I have to roll real quick. One
Dog,
moment.
you realize I could have gotten you out there for free.
Oh, I fully intend to, but you don't understand. Argis wants to kill these people, not particularly get away.
What?
You're gonna kill me
DC?
in the process.
It'll be fine. 16.
16. Okay. Okay, hold on. This is a lot of maths, you guys. This is a lot of maths. All right, roll the damage for me, and then we'll just take it one by one as I figure out which one of these people. I'm pretty sure you're doing enough damage that quite a few of these people are going to be
37 fire damage.
Oh, that's not as high as I thought it would be.
It also ignites everything. I imagine
everything that is not being warned or carry.
Yeah, that's all flammable. In the words of Nelly, it is hot in here.
Okay, so fail, pass. 13 points for pass.
It's hot in here.
Fail.
So close to getting resistance, dog, I swear.
That one's dead. That one's dead. That one's still dead. Pass, fail. Nothing. That one's dead. All right. Good news or bad news?
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Can I see Otis?
No.
Fair enough. Good.
All right. Otis, what was your? You failed, right?
Mm-hmm. You got rolled an 8.
All right. So you're at currently 42 points of damage.
I'm at 60.
43. So you're at 23.
I don't know how much damage I took.
You have taken 37 from him, 6 from the door. So you're
right. Okay, damage. We live.
Argis, did you pass or fail?
I passed.
Mm-hmm.
This is War Wizard 101, dog.
Okay. Of the guards that are surrounding you, the one that is holding Argis is still up. The one that was holding Kellen is still up. The one that was at the window is down. The one that was holding Otis is still up. The 3 other guards are down. The one at the door is still up. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 are still up. Honenko is terribly badly burned.
Tragic.
And does not look great.
The one holding me is going to take additional damage because I have power surge. So when I hit somebody with a spell, they take damage equal to half my wizard level. So yeah, he's going to get hit with.
I round that up to 4. Okay. Still up, still holding you, but that definitely did quite a bit of damage. 41 points of damage.
Is that enough, or do I want to go further? Oh wait, I have to roll a D100 first. 1 second.
Yeah, you do.
Yes, the gods have not forsaken me.
Right.
I think that'll be okay for the moment. Actually, pretty solid.
Okay.
Pretty solid at the moment.
Oof. All right. Otis, you are on fire. You are also still being grappled. Oh, sorry. Did you roll that with disadvantage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just as a reminder as we go forward.
Yeah, I rolled the dex check with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay. So Nazarath is still in the room, I hope.
Yes.
Otis is going to use his action to activate her.
She only has to be within 30 feet, so where do you want her as you activate it?
Far enough away from Ardris and Otis so that they don't take damage, but close enough so that she can get to within 10 feet of them with her movement.
Okay, I think you're targeting one of the ones that is not holding anyone.
Sure.
How much damage?
It's 2d6 fire when you first activate, so let me roll that.
It's a dex save, or?
No, wait, is it dex? I think it's dex, yeah. When you first activate, it's a dex save against my spell save DC. It's 2d6 fire damage. Okay.
Is it half on a fail? Or half on a success?
Yeah, it's half on a success.
Okay.
It ain't gonna be much. I rolled 4 damage, so.
2 points of damage, done.
Okay. Then I'm gonna have Nazarath hover to within 10 feet of Ardris and Otis.
Yeah, you're
and
very
Honinko.
close together.
Okay.
Honinko is not close enough to you.
Nazarath can't position herself so that.
Well, with 10 feet's pretty wide. I don't know. I think you can get you and Ardris easily, or you can get Ardris and Honinko. I don't think you can get all three of you.
You know what? This is fair game for that fireball, dog.
I'll do it again.
Fight.
Fiery teleport. We out. Otis and Honinko are out.
Okay. Is there anything else that?
Oh wait, the range is 15 feet. Wow. Okay. No. It's a choice within 5 feet. Teleport to 15 feet. Okay, so it's actually smaller. Okay. So I can take any willing target within a 5-foot radius of Nazarath, including Otis. So.
Within 5 feet.
Yeah, within 5 feet. If I didn't say that, my bad. So yeah, that makes it smaller.
I think you can get you out.
Just him? Wow. I thought we were close together, Aaron.
I mean, you're pretty close in terms of fireball. You're not so close in terms of 5 feet.
Excuse the wildfire. Okay. If I knew the distance, I wouldn't have activated her. Okay. Oh well. I really don't want to leave Honinko behind, but I got to get out of there after that fireball.
All right. So you are doing fire teleportation, and the range is what?
Everyone within 5 feet of where I was takes 1d6 fire damage.
Yeah, and you can get how far?
15 feet away.
15 feet. That will not quite get you to the ground, so you'll be taking a little bit of fall damage.
Worth it.
From out there. It'll get you to the other side of the window, and then you've got to drop. So that won't be too much.
Oh, come on, Eric.
You take 2 points of fall damage.
Oh, that's not
I've got a success and a failure for the ones close enough to take damage.
Okay. And let me roll that d6 then. It's just 2 damage.
All right.
It's D6
Right.
plus proficiency bonus.
That's on the flame seed though, right? Not the teleportation.
I think so. Oh. No, it's both. Pretty sure it's both.
Let me look. Wildfire Druid, why? Oh, it is. Okay, I do get that in my proficiency bonus. So that's +3 then.
Okay.
So 5 damage.
Okay, so that was your bonus action.
Mhm.
You have been teleported. You still have your movement and an action.
If Otis is prone after that fall, he'll use that action to get up.
Okay.
I mean, he's moving to get up.
Yeah, it's half your movement, so you can make it another 15 feet. You actually end up very close to where Kellen is. On the street, heading towards Miri and Micah, I assume.
Yeah, well, he'll head towards Kellen.
Okay. Any action you want to take?
That's all he's got. Is the action was activating, bonus action to teleport, and movement getting up and going toward Kellen.
Okay. The dude at the door is going to come tie you up, Argus. You are now bound.
I'll get to make a save for that? Okay.
You are already grappled. You failed that save already. So I rolled a dex check for him.
Okay, yeah, like, just to argue on Argus's behalf a little bit here.
Go ahead.
Even if you've grabbed someone, there should be some sort of a check to take a struggling person from grappled to being tied.
I have rolled dexterity, like basically what you'd use for sleight of hand for this card. So you still have the opportunity on your turn to try and get out of these. And based on what I rolled, if you did well or poorly, it will change what you need to beat. So there is a way for you to get out. I promise. It's not just like fiat, and now you're also bound.
This is not going to be the only time we're in handcuffs. So we're putting someone in handcuffs. So you're establishing precedent here, and I just want to make sure that you're aware of that.
Well, I will say in the future, should you have someone grappled and you try to bind them, that you will also roll a dex check for your binding, and then they can roll opposing it when it is their turn. Micah.
Okay, so just to clarify, we are away from the location.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see Honeyco. The only person I see is just Miri taking me to a alleyway, right?
Yep. So Miri is with you. Kellen and Otis are on their way towards you. This is a lot of hubbub. People are stopping, they're staring, there's fire pouring, like smoke pouring out of this window because the building is now in flames. It's drawing a lot of attention as you are moving.
And so I will use the bonus action to cast Mage Armor because I haven't done that yet using the ring. Since I know the location of where Kuniko is, can I cast message to talk to her?
How far do you teleport, Miri?
Mine is 60 feet, but it just kind of depends on how far.
60 feet.
I've gotten in there.
Yeah, I think you could point towards her and possibly get her.
Okay, I will send a message saying,
Are you okay? Do you need me to help get you out?
You do not get a response.
That's it for me.
Okay. No movement.
Oh, well, I'm presuming Miri is taking me to a specific spot, so I have no idea where we're headed to. So,
okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna say that y'all move together then. We get down to the bottom of the initiative. Honiko is the last person on initiative, and you can see that she takes no actions.
Is there an effect of the fact that this room is on fire?
The room is very on fire. It's gonna be con saves all around, I think.
Bring it on.
All right, I've got some small amounts of damage for some people here. What'd you get for your con save?
My con save. Just one?
Yes, just one.
Ooh, I rolled a 10. Is that enough?
That is not enough. You take 5 points of smoke inhalation.
I'll allow it. 5 points.
I'll allow it. Don't once you're done.
No, I have an ability to
Yeah.
boost my saving throw if I used it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But I will accept it.
Oh wow, I hate it here.
I won't boost my save. It's fine.
All right. Now that we have finished, I am going to temporarily pull us out of initiative order because I think that we are at a mostly stable area in terms of who can act. Those of you who are outside of the building are moving away from the building and not into an active conflict. If you go back in, we'll come back to initiative order. Those of you who are in the building, Haninko is unmoving on the floor, and Ardris is currently bound and being held prisoner. These 4 remaining guards are coughing up their lungs as they try to move, and they are going to, realizing the building's on fire, pick you up and carry you out.
Can I still move my arms?
On his turn, get the opportunity to try and get out?
It is not Ardris's turn yet. Basically, in initiative order, three of the guards go first. So if we were still in initiative, they would be moving out of this room. Yes.
No.
Okay. I mean, we can stay in initiative order because it's easier to understand.
No, I just want to know if I could still move my arms.
Your arms are currently bound, but you can, as you're being moved out of the room, make a strength check in order to get them out, or tell me some other way that you're going to try and get out of these rooms.
I want to cast Fireball again.
Can you cast Fireball restrained with your arms bound? I'm going to say probably not.
That is up to you. That is entirely up to you.
I think until you get out of the ropes, you cannot do the somatic components. So if you have a spell that requires somatic components, you will not be able to cast them. You can still do verbal components, no problem.
All right, let's try. I have a 10, so I assume that will not work.
You are still bound.
Okay.
From your perspective, kind of in the back of this, as you're moving towards this alley in the back of the building, you can see the flame is rapidly spreading to other rooms. It is beginning to engulf the entire building. The guards pull you and a unconscious Haninko out the front gate and are beginning to go somewhere with you. The party is a little bit split now, with only Ardris being taken into custody and a building fully on fire. And we're going to stop here for today.
Yep. That has happened.
Fragile. I'm very fragile right now.
That has happened. Woo! Wow. Well, hope you all enjoyed our session for today. Things definitely went crazy. It was awesome. We got some great information. That took me by surprise. So, of course, if you like what you see here, definitely join us in our Discord. You should see the link in chat where we have a spoiler as well as a non-spoiler section. You can, of course, talk to the cast regarding the characters, their plots, and everything in between. Definitely join us for Lords of Faerû this upcoming Saturday. And we look forward to see you all for next Tuesday for episode 8 of Rivenwood Academy. Farewell for now.